Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Dam the Poet here. So in this video I'm gonna be doing something that I kind of haven't done in a while, which is basically just something hair related. That's why my hair is kind of like a mess right now.
But the poets, by which I mean all artists, are finally the only people who know the truth about us. Soldiers don't, statesmen don't, priests don't, union leaders don't. Only the poets.
People have always asked me how I bleach or dye my hair so often and nothing like happens to it per se, in terms of like my hair doesn't show an excessive amount of damage and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing my hair and talking to you guys about that. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cornrow, as Jamaicans like to say, cane row my hair. Keep in mind that I'm terrible, absolutely terrible at parting my hair. So if my parts look off, that's why. So yeah, let's go straight into the video. As I said, I'm actually really terrible at parting my hair, so we'll see how this whole process goes. But basically, okay, so since I started going back natural, I've had my hair dyed. Like I bleached it and then dyed it, you know, especially because like I'm natural now, and like I didn't really know what the process was like in terms of what would I need to, how would I take care of my hair, because I said like I was new to basically natural life at that point in time. Around 12-13 there about was when I texturized my hair. My hair has grown a lot, let me also say that. Like it's insane. That's probably the best part that I'm gonna get right now, and I'm not gonna fight myself to try and get a better part. I never had the experience of combing my own hair, like my own natural hair. So yeah, this part don't do good at all. Like, I'm not even gonna ask. I'm not ask Christ. Like, I know for a fact, so this do good. Okay, I got my comb, and I'm actually just gonna, you know, when you're detailing here, it's better to, or just, you know, when you're combing it out, it's better to start at the bottom and then just move up. So I start at the very ends and then move up. As you know, when it was the first time that I was bleaching it and dyeing it and just taking care of it as being a natural, was a lot to learn for me. But I think for the most part, I mean, yeah, for the most part my hair has never gotten damaged like that from me coloring it, you know, bleaching it, dyeing it. I'll insert pictures and videos every now and then just to show you guys the different colors that I've had in my hair, the different times that I've bleached it. I can't count to tell you just how many times I have bleached my hair, but I know it's a good amount of times, because like most of the time when I'm dyeing it a new color, I tend to just bleach it over. So yeah, I've bleached my hair a good amount of times and dyed it as well. And a lot of people have come to me and asked me, you know, how do I prevent my hair from getting damaged? Now, I'm not gonna lie and say that, you know, I'm the best person at taking care of my hair, because I'm really not. I think I'm just privileged to have a type of hair that I have, to be honest, where it doesn't really get damaged that easily. But when I do take care of, I'm gonna share tips with you that I do when I decide to take care of my hair. Some of them I haven't actually tried myself yet, but they're, you know, tips that I've heard good things of, and I think would be good for you guys to do. So the very first tip is using rice water. Now, I've actually only done this twice, today being the second time. But the first time I did it was 2 years ago. My ex's mom introduced the process to me, and my hair loved it. Like, my hair absolutely loved it. So basically, when you're doing rice water, there's two different ways. You can either just soak the uncooked rice and then strain that water, or you can actually cook the rice and then just strain that water that you cooked it. I don't really like doing that one. Both times that I did it where I soaked the uncooked rice. So I did was, you know, you wash the rice and then you leave it in some water to soak for like 20-30 minutes, and then you strain out the rice water. You can choose to use it right away, or you can choose to let it sit. I let mine sit overnight because I soaked it yesterday around 2-ish, and then I used it at like after 12 today. So you can use it to replace your conditioner, or you can use it like after your conditioner. So basically, you know, you shampoo and then you condition your hair, wash that out, and then you use the rice water. So you do that, or you can just shampoo your hair and then use the rice water. So basically what you do is just pour the rice water over your hair, just like, you know, you're wetting up your hair regularly, and just massage your scalp and your hair just to ensure that it gets in every part of your hair. All your hair follicles are covered, you know what I'm saying? And then leave that on for like 20 minutes, and then just rinse it out with some warm water if you can, and you're good to go. You do your thing. So that's what I did, and then I let my hair air dry. I put some leave-in in there to add on to that moisture, and then yeah. So the first time when I used the rice water, I saw significant growth in my hair, and also it helped in terms of my hair retaining moisture more, because my hair does like to suck. My hair sucks moisture very easily. So I saw where it basically just like helps it to keep it in. So I just spoke about rice water. The next one I'll talk about is trimming or clipping the ends of your hair frequently. Now, people sometimes hate the idea of like cutting them hair, but it's not really cutting it, it's literally just the ends. I need to trim my ends now, actually, because you know, sometimes you'll see split ends and stuff. Those are the reasons why you get split ends. So easy way to just get rid of them is just to clip the ends of your hair, and you are good to go. So definitely try and get your ends clipped probably like every 6 months, depending on how frequently your hair grows, because it depends personally on you and the type of hair that you have, because you know, everybody's hair is different. You can't try and go based off of what works for somebody else. So I can only give you suggestions. You don't have to go exactly with what I do. The next thing that I would say is that you have to keep your hair moisturized, especially when you bleach it, because bleach tends to dry out your hair. Like, that's the thing, like people always come to me and say, you know, how I'm gonna do this or how I'm gonna do that, because their hair is always drying out and they don't know what to do, and then you know, it just keeps breaking, and that's when the damage comes in. So to prevent the damage, you just have to keep doing things. But I have to try and get my hand comfortable. You just have to keep doing things that's gonna add moisture to your hair. So like I can't tell you what moisturizer to use, as I said, that's another personal thing. Like, it depends on what your hair will take, you know, the moisturizer that your hair will keep in. And really and truly, this is like well, it really is a trial and error process to find a moisturizer that you like, in terms of you like how it feels in your hair. It doesn't feel heavy in your hair, it's not too oily, it's not too this, it's not too that. I'm still yet to find like the perfect moisturizer for my hair. Right now I oil my hair with a mixture of shea butter and some essential oils. So it has shea butter, jojoba oil, tea tree oil in there, and I just use that and oil my scalp as often as needed. So you don't necessarily have to use a store-bought moisturizer either. You can really just go based off of your own personal preference. The next thing would be what I'm doing right now, which is to do protective styles. So as the name suggests, you know, well, I look crazy, but as the name suggests, so you know, protective styles basically to keep your hair protected. So you have different styles that you can do. You know, you don't have to, if you can cornrow or do cornrows, which I never used to be able to, then you can just twist your hair, do a 2-strand twist. You can plait your hair. So there's really like a lot of different options, and especially now that we're in quarantine, you know, you're not really going anywhere. I try to keep my hair in protective styles instead of just having it out like this, because that makes it easier and more susceptible to be damaged. So the next thing would be deep conditioning. Now that's simple, like really and truly that's simple, because once you have a conditioner, all you have to do is get the conditioner that I use is the cream of nature argan oil intensive conditioning treatment. So it's a regular conditioner, right? But if you want to deep condition your hair, all you do is just leave it in. You can put it under some heat. So you know, if you're at home and you don't have a actual like hair dryer, you can just put your hair under a plastic cap and use a blow dryer and have your heat right there. Yeah, so that's really simple. Just, or you can actually get yourself, you know, a deep conditioning treatment, and that you can do that yourself. You don't necessarily have to go to a hairdresser or anything like that. Also, these tips aren't just to prevent damage, but if your hair let's not part it properly, if your hair is already damaged, these tips will also help it to bounce back. So like, people always think that you have to cut off your hair and start over if it gets damaged, whether it's heat damage or by coloring. I can't do this. Yeah, either whether by heat damage or, you know, bleaching, dyeing damage. Like, you don't have to cut off all of your hair just to come back from it. You just have to do the necessary things and then take the necessary precautions after that. So you can also do these things to prevent your hair from getting damaged in the first place, and to help it to recover after damaging it. So, and then last but not least, you can do hot oil treatments. Now this is one that I haven't done yet, but I have heard about it. I've heard good things about doing hot oil treatments. I've heard that, you know, it gives you additional moisture, and it also helps your hair to retain moisture. And as I said, like, moisture is very important when you're bleaching or dyeing your hair, because the chemicals tend to dry out your hair. Oh, as I said that, one thing that I do is that I don't use shampoo a lot. So I might wash my hair every 2 weeks or something like that, depending on how I feel. But that doesn't mean that I'm using shampoo all the time, because shampoo does dry out your hair. It can take away some of your oils, and just like, the longer you leave your hair like without washing it is the better, because you allow your natural oils to seep through and just moisturize your scalp and stuff like that. So definitely that's beneficial in that case. But, and as I said, like, I just tend to co-wash my hair. So for the most part, I use shampoo like once or twice a month, and then every other time I just use conditioner when I'm washing my hair. So definitely consider, if you use a lot of shampoo, consider using less and using more of your conditioner. What I always say is that your conditioner must finish before your shampoo, right? But yeah, as I was saying, hot oil treatments. So you just use any essential oil of your choice. I personally like jojoba oil. Coconut oil is really good to use too. And yeah, those are really the two that I really use in my hair like that. So basically, you just heat it up and then apply it to your hair, apply it to your scalp and hair. And I mean, you know, yeah, I can see why that would be very beneficial. For me, after you do those things, like how I did the rice water treatment earlier, and I'm putting my hair in a protective style now, I personally think it's best if after you do a hot oil treatment or a rice water treatment or a deep conditioning treatment, whatever the case may be, it is good to put your hair in a protective style if you know you're not going anywhere, you're not going to do anything, just to help it retain everything that it just got and to keep it from getting dry and brittle, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to fast forward the rest of the video, show you guys bits and pieces of me combing the rest of my hair. Who knows how long that will take, and then I will show you guys the end product. Okay guys, so I finally finished my hair. No, because of the fact that I can't part my hair properly, it's not equal, because what is that? I don't know if I'm going to do this again. Like, cleaning all of my hair is so much work. But if you enjoyed this video, if you got some tips from this video, let me know if you actually end up trying anything that I recommended, because I would love to know, you know, what works for you, and let me know like what type of hair you have, just so like that will help me. You can always drop some products that you use in the comments below, just to like moisturize your hair, leave-in conditioner. I'm always open to trying new products. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
If it's only for survival, then you dead on arrival.